Hello everybody and welcome back to this Assassin's Creed. This will be a highlight of all the bits that I had to cut out of the last one because they were all corrupt and horrible, and I managed to get these small bits here to work. So basically what happened was
Enough.
the last time
Gold?
where I left off I said I was going
Take them and go.
I was heading back
Not gold I see, but
to
information.
go to the
I know
pickpocket,
nothing.
You know William. Tell me how to reach him.
and then I encountered
It's impossible.
this guy
He meets at the
who's
king.
And when will the king be
informer.
gone?
Today. But it won't help you. They're sure to argue, and then William will retire to lecture the soldiers. So it always goes. Richard berates William, William berates his men. He won't see you.
I already told you. I need to see William. I never said he needs to see me.
Then our business is done.
Not yet, I'm afraid. There's one last thing I need from you.
What is it?
Ooh. Yeah, so on the way back to the pickpocketing thing, I ran into this informer guy, and I decided to do this instead. So it means I didn't have to do the pickpocketing thing, which is great because I am terrible at that anyway. So yeah, and then I went back to the Assassin's Bureau. Yeah, I found a couple of viewpoints, stuff on the way, a couple of save citizen missions again. It's Facebook in the background.
Altair, what brings you back so soon?
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master, but he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
Yeah, that weird bobbing up and down thing there.
I'll return.
He does that a few times. I don't know why it was doing that.
Fast forward in memory to a more recent one.
Then I went back to see... no I didn't. I went to attack this guy, William, I believe it is. Yeah, you can get an idea of the kind of corruption that happened here, because this bit has no sound whatsoever, and is jumpy as heck. But I figured this bit was kind of important to show, because it shows the guy leaving and him going back into his castle fort thing. I wish I could remember what was said here. I wish this game had subtitles I could put on. If it does, I couldn't find the settings. I tried, trust me. So yeah, this week you'll be getting this recap of what happened last time, and hopefully I can get it working again for next week so I can actually do a proper freaking episode. As you can... Oh, here we go, yep. We managed to get there, and this big fight scene ensued. Enjoy. Yes. Got him.
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Akka for your son Conrad.
For Conrad, my son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Ancien is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
See, this guy makes it seem like he's a good guy and I'm the bad guy, so I'm not sure whether that's true or not. It's a thing. And try to go back to the Assassin's Bureau here, escaping everybody. I've probably played about inside the fort for about 10 minutes before I found this bit where I could jump off and get outside of the fort. So you probably didn't miss much there anyway. I love it when that dive thing happens. This was probably just me figuring out where to go. As usual, epic chase scenes that happen, epic escapes, the perfect escapes. Oh, you can imagine how good it was.
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
That guy sounded quite sarcastic there, didn't he? Yes, my friend, make haste for that place. I'm sure he's waiting eagerly for news. Mwah. And this was back there.
Can you really be so
I don't know what happened there. Again, must have been in.
As you wish.
Word has reached me of your success. You've my
So this is what happened back
and
there?
that of the realm. Freeing these cities from their corrupt leaders will no doubt promote the cause of peace.
Can you really be so sure?
The means by which men rule are reflected in their people. As you cleanse the cities of corruption, you heal the hearts and minds of those who live within.
Our enemies would disagree.
What do you mean?
Each man I've slain has confessed strange words to me. They are without regret. Even in death they seem confident of their success. Though they do not admit it directly, there is a tie that binds them. I'm sure of it.
There is a difference, Altair, between what we are told to be true and what we see to be true. Most men do not bother to make the distinction. It is simpler that way. But as an assassin, it is your nature to notice, to question.
Then what is it that connects these men?
Ah, but as an assassin, it is also your duty to still these thoughts and trust in your master. For For there can be no true peace without order, and order requires authority.
You speak in circles, Master. You commend me for being aware, then ask me not to be. Which is it?
The question will be answered when you no longer need to ask it.
I assume you called me here for more than just a lecture.
Very well. A rank and weapon are again restored to you. 2 more leaders remain. Go and see to it that their rule is ended.
Yay, so I gained another rank for doing all that, and I gained the ability to dodge attacks, I believe. Yes, that's right. And what is it? Regain balance, yes, okay. So that's awesome. It's a very useful thing. And here, I don't know why every single time before this I decided to go down the stairs like a noob instead of taking the shortcut and just jumping down. Would have saved so much time. So much time.
It seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade.
Oh, and this guy who always wants me to show off to his freaking training buddies how to dodge attacks and stuff. Don't know what happened here. Oh, see, there we go. Oh wow. That must have been a really screwed up bit if it only did that.
The short blade is best for quickly fending off multiple enemies.
Okay, good to know. What the heck? Weird, okay. Yes, so after this, I travelled to Damascus, I believe, straight to the Bureau. Yes, to go and find out who my next target is.
The short blade is...
Must be a very bad man if Al... Oh, except for the terrible things the other...
Zabuna Ku.
Altair, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Whose life do you come to collect today?
His name is Abuna Ku. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, the merchant king of Damas. Richest man in the city. Quite exciting, quite dangerous. I envy you, Altair. Well, not the bit where you were beaten and stripped of your rank, but I envy everything else. Oh, except for the terrible things the other assassins say about you. But yes, aside from the failure and the hatred, yes, aside from those things, I envy you very much.
I do not care what the others think or say. I'm here to do a job. So I ask again, what can you tell me about the Merchant King?
Only that he must be a very bad man if Al-Mualim has sent you to see him. He keeps to his own kind, wrapped in the finery of the city's noble district. A busy man, always up to something. I'm sure if you spend some time amongst his type, you'll learn all you need to know about him.
And where would you have me begin my search?
If I were you, I'd start with the Umayyad Mosque and Souk Saruja, both of which are west of here. Further to the northwest is Salahaddin Citadel. It's a popular meeting spot and has proved a reliable source of loose tongues in the past. Yes, these 3 places should serve your needs.
My thanks for your guidance, Rafiq. I'll return when I've gathered the necessary information.
Awesome. So after this, I went to go and find out where some information might be. And I found an informer guy somewhere. Oh, yeah, this was the mission. It was kind of go and kill 2 people. I ran about doing that over and over again because I kept failing. I did that for about 15-20 minutes maybe. It was horrible. And then my computer crashed and everything went wrong. So yeah, that's what you missed last time. That is the corrupt part of part 19, and it probably would have been this part 20 as well. So really, it's not missing much. We're getting the same amount of episodes out of it, and we're still getting the same amount of information. All you've missed is me running about for ages, a few loading screens, probably probably a few fights and probably a bunch of viewpoints as well. But that's really it. You didn't miss much.
No. How sad.
I really hope I can get this sorted for next week.
A feather is lying on top of
And we'll actually do this properly next week, so that's why I'm talking over it. He doesn't matter what he says, we'll hear it again, I'm sure. Yeah, so next week back to normal, and hopefully this has given me ideas. I can edit it a bit so that I can cut out all the boring loading screens and all the me trying to find places to get information and stuff like that. So thank you and goodbye.